Yoga Energy is designed to be the ultimate energy drink. Zero sugar, zero fillers, 5 calories packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, more effective energy drink today. With flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, just to name a few. Click the link in the description. The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of the West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar, and you see it right there. You don't forget to take home that whole strawberry pie. That's only a slice. So Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. You guys may have been with us yesterday with the Racing Revolution in the final round of the round of 8 before they head to Phoenix as we narrowed down our 4 drivers, but we still remain in the chase looking for our drivers here in the Doghouse Racing League here on this Thursday night. What an interesting race this is going to be as we come to the Diamond in the Rough. Right now, we are back at Las Vegas. What a tough track this is going to be. And Stella joining alongside me, you've got to be pretty excited tonight because right now I'm showing not a single starting park actually for anybody on this track. So I've got a bunch of drivers getting ready to get out there and start laying down some qualifying laps.
That sounds like a fantastic idea to me.
Yeah, right now we're taking a look at Eric Warman out there, 19th position for him. He's trying to see if he can lay down another fast lap here as he's trying to get moving. Right now, I'm sure he'd like to get his 31 Chevrolet fought up to the top. He's been having a little bit of trouble out there, but when he's at his best, it seems to be these 1.5 mile cookie cutters here is kind of exactly where he needs to be. As you'll see him drop it off the table a little bit, try to shave a little extra off. And 19th is where he sits. That slides him to 15th. So at least the top 15 spot, that'll do. So continuing on, we're looking at right now as some of these other guys out here. You'll notice Kevin Thompson, and your eyes do not deceive you. We are now in the number 6 machine. You're used to seeing the 21, the opposite there of Andrew St. Cour, the number 6. So you'll definitely be able to remember him because that is the Mark Martin number 6 out there. So we'll see how Kevin Thompson does. Right now, his first lap nailed him an 18th spot. Pretty nasty. Hopefully he'll be able to pick up a little more here as Samia sits top. Knocked off already. Kevin Thompson with a 29.23. That's faster than any of his sidekicks out there racing on his team here tonight. Thompson, Andrew St. Cour, both with a top 5 start. Jonathan Jennings, our points leader, sits 3rd. And Mike Samia, talk about an upset here. Good to see that number 3 getting out there and not ending up in any sort of trouble. John Smith, which we expected to see last week, just couldn't get his car dialed in, decided to go for a starting park with his vehicle. I believe Gary Clune might have stalled out there on the backstretch, kind of calling it quits here. And Stella, this is what it's looking like. Kevin Thompson and Mike Samia are going to be our guys here in the front, rounding out the top 10 with Bill Gentry and Gary Armijo. Now, a couple of numbers have changed. Bill Gentry has changed, and Kevin Thompson's number has changed, so keep an eye out there. But you'll notice a familiar name out there, and we'll see him out there in the 85 Chevrolet of Duke Davis. You can't miss him in that Bazooka bubblegum car as he's out there, Stella. So you choose Bazooka bubblegum, right?
Oh, yes, probably much to my teeth's detriment.
Okay.
That stuff is hard.
Nah, that's good stuff. It turns to concrete after a while, that's for sure. I will agree with you on that. As we get ready to get these guys underway here for the Shoney's 180 here tonight in Las Vegas. Definitely this motor speedway has been a tough one to overcome. Guys trying to dial these cars in, but that 70-degree track temperature, that's the part that's going to hurt. Very, very cold out there on the track here tonight, so very tough. 120 laps is what they're going to try to run. 3 sets of tires down in the pit, and that's 70% fuel limit. So Stella, we're used to seeing guys pitting around 28 to 30. We're now going to see him stretch it out a little bit. We're probably going to at least see 2 pit stops tonight. I would probably gauge somewhere in that 45 lap range depending on whether they are in the draft. Of course, no fast repairs. Doesn't matter if it's a super speedway or not. There will be none. Starting parks will be nothing. And me, of course, Patrick Morrison, and Stella's hanging out with me right beside me as we get this one locked and loaded here, waiting for a few more guys to grid up. When the pace car lights come on, we will be ready to rock and roll. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight. Kevin Thompson and Mike Samia sitting 1 and 2. Front row has got a lot of speed for the number 6 and the number 3. So let's get on going. Our points leader, Jonathan Jennings, who sits 3rd, and Andrew St. Cour already has 1 win here on the year, sitting 4th. That moves us to Chris Leftwich and Christopher Simon, both of them starting side by side for the Shoney's Racing team. You got to admit, it must be nice to have that 3rd row locked up with your teammates. And you've already got Mike Samia, who's already in the front row. So this is huge right now for Southern Shoney's Racing, as Loud Pedal Racing and Southern Motorsports got to figure it out here. So let's figure out how Justin McMahon, Tyler Mollett, Bill Gentry, and Gary Armijo finishing out our top 10. These guys are going to have to pile drive past those Shoney's racers, so very tough. Hunter Simpson, oddly enough, starting outside of the top 10 here, maybe on drugs or something, sitting 11th as Mike Leftwich sits 12th. Little inside
Just
joke here, Stella, no fear. No fear, little inside joke. We're continuing on. No, we thought he may be on some performance-enhancing drugs, as when we get to the points chase, you'll understand. Eddie Rivers sits 13th, and Tony Martin will be the 14th position. Michael Giverson returning back to the Doghouse Racing League, in the number 32. He'll be sitting 15th. That's Daniel Wilkerson. Now, Wilkerson has been extremely confident out here and has been, and his amount of times that he's been pushing forward and getting out there just is working out so well for him. For his consistency, sits 16th. So John Smith, Eric Warman, 17th, 18th. Duke Davis hangs out 19th next to Stephen Bonomo, Nicholas Atwood, and Gary Kloon. Finishing off with Mark Dumont and Richard Leclerc. Looks like these guys are going to be done. I believe Kevin Brown did make the race. So Kevin Brown will line up, and I don't think Gary Maddu made it. I think he's down and out here for the race. As we get this one underway here in just a moment, I think Hardy will have the green flag out. I am showing green in the air. Away we go. Let's get this one going. Right now, Kevin Thompson with a fantastic start on that inside line as we get diving into turn 1 immediately, waiting to see if anybody is going to catch up to Thompson, as Thompson already squeezes out a 2/10-second lead. We are looking at the number 13 here of Chris Leftwich on the inside. Now, Leftwich does play a lot of games out here. He works very hard, and he ends up very fast, but he doesn't stay in it long enough to really put down the solid times and being able to get the placement he deserves in a lot of these races lately.
Yeah, I agree. The top 3 that you see most, every week is going to be your Jonathan Jennings, your Hunter Simpson, and the 3rd one is kind of up in the air. I mean, Mollette's coming in regularly. What happened?
Yeah, no, sorry. Andrew St. Cour almost rearranged the back of the 3 car here, heading into the turn as we got an excellent camera angle looking from the top here. Sorry, yeah, heading into 3, it looks like Andrew St. Cour got a decent run and almost had to check up a little bit as we ended up heading into 3. Yeah, the points race is tightening up pretty good. I know Chris Leftwich would love to get himself a top, at least a top 5 here. As we saw at the last couple of races, him passing over half the field and then checking out. I think he ended up spinning down pit road, and that was enough for him to head on out. But hopefully he'll be able to continue on here and keep this race going and keeping it alive, because right now the Shoney's 180 would love to have one of their drivers come in clutch here tonight as they continue this roll. Stella, we are already looking at Hunter Simpson sliding up 4 positions, but he's still battling for this 7th spot. Let's go back here and take a look as Simpson is following behind Andrew St. Cour. It looks like that number 5 machine trying to keep it holding on here as he goes down there and touches the paint. Very early and very aggressive, dropping so low. So interesting to see that is what he's looking to do. That early into the race. Now remember, we may have extended the fuel from last season, but the tire amount remains the same. So they've extended the laps a little bit. Tires stay the same, so where they've been set on the car, there'll be 2 more sitting behind the pit road wall, and that's going to be very, very tough here as we get this going.
Yeah, maybe he's looking at a little fuel conservation and doing an off-cycle pit strategy.
Yeah, it might be possible. Taking a look at the numbers here, he will actually have 3 sets of tires sitting down pit road. So that means there are 4 total, and the ones on the car are already 1 set of shoes. Looking to see if anybody else is having some trouble out here. I know Eddie Rivers has dropped down 7 positions here in the number 15 Chevrolet. Still trying to work it here. Now, we've seen Eddie Rivers in one of the montages for the caution is him catching the barrels into the entrance of Indianapolis. I heard Indianapolis is going to be added back to the NASCAR circuit. So they're going to tussle around with that again. Hopefully Eddie Rivers will be able to turtle up and miss those barrels next time. But right now this race isn't treating him much better. 8 positions down, but it's still early in this race. As the track heats up and they've been moving around, iRacing has now come out with a new update saying they are going to enhance the tracks, not only add rain, but now they're going to start toying around a little bit with track conditions. So as tracks heat up, different lanes will heat up depending on the usage and the wear out there, and that's what you'll see. So if you see a caution-ridden race like we had last night, that would have been an ice-cold track, you know, especially for a short track. You see guys right now that the low side and the outside line, that track's starting to heat up from the amount of friction these tires are putting down. So you'll see the track actually start to heat up, become more tacky as it rubbers up. The guys will really start ripping around the track here on the new tires later on in the race.
So we maybe not see so many spin-outs coming out of pit?
Maybe. I don't know if I would gamble on that.
Okay, I was just thinking that, you know, if it rubbered up and stayed tacky, that maybe they wouldn't go slipping and sliding.
Yeah, on the turns. I can't guarantee what it is off the track. You know, every time the driver goes down there and touches the apron, it's 2 different degrees. You can almost have a 25-degree difference between the bottom and the top. So they're going to have to kind of toy around with it a little bit and see how that goes. When you start getting races toward the middle of the season, you know, the Talladega area and really around the, I will probably say around the Charlotte time, that's when the tracks are going to be their hottest during the normal circuit. So we'll see how that goes. When as cold as it is here tonight, right now out there on the track, it is picking up a little bit, up to 71 now. Driver's going to be a little happier as the track heats up. The more they spread apart, there'll be less chance for them to get any more heat onto the track because it'll be cooling down between the drivers. But as smashed as these guys are together, right now it looks like Samia taking a shot here onto the bottom. He scrubs the paint here. We got a new leader. Thompson's got the outside turn exit speed, and he's going to move on through. 6 machine on the outside, battle for the lead, looking pretty good as we're rambling on there. Samia taking another shot down on the bottom, but Stella, we've seen this in other leagues. These tracks are tough. Right now, it's going to be a duel between the 2, and who's willing to sacrifice. So now Chris Leftwich is going to be the big choice here of who he chooses who to help, because the removal of downforce, somebody's going to pick up some speed. And right now, Thompson's going to get him again on the outside of turn number 4, or excuse me, on the exit of turn 2, heading into 3. So good moves here so far, but these guys are held to right now door to door coming out of 4.
Yeah, like you say, the one who he follows gets that draft help. But what do you think about him squirting in between the 2 of them when they get so far apart?
Well, he's definitely trying to make sure he gets a breath of fresh air here, and that's going to set Kevin Thompson apart from everybody else. Look how Thompson goes way up high.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant to do that. Maybe a late turn entry, car didn't rotate the way he wanted, or he's trying to set Samia up here and is tired of riding on the outside of him. So he's going to go ahead and let off, ride behind Samia for a while, as Samia is going to get a few more bonus points from leading some laps here, so not too bad. As the Shoney's Racing Team has got a driver in the front number 1 spot here, heading into this race. Really, lap 14 is where he's going to take over. Now can he put the distance on the field?
Yeah, that has yet to be seen.
jacked up on Mountain Dew out here, or Rogue Energy. Do want to give a shout out there to Rogue Energy. Definitely some great stuff to try. You can check the link out down in the bio at the bottom, guys. Use the word Doghouse. That'll go ahead and knock 10% off out there on Rogue Energy drinks. Definitely, we got a couple of them out there, but this one is starting to really stand out from the others. So check out Rogue Energy right now, trying to get a little more energy on the outside of this turn is going to be Chris Leftwich as he's breaking past Kevin Thompson. Thompson now starting to lose some positions. Hot lap out there on qualifying, but now we're seeing the Twisted Axle Racing team. Their top guy starting to fall down. Andrew St. Coeur as well. He's down 4 spots, sitting 8. So right now, Gary Clune is the only one who's gaining 3. He's up to 19th though. And we're still dealing with some issues. I believe Tony Martin in the number 2. He is down and out, taking it back to the garage. I'll double check out there. I'm not seeing anything where the number 2 is still out there floundering around.
Okay. Because on the tower, it's got he's got movement, but that might just kind of be stuck.
Yeah, he may be either stuck in towing or in the process of disconnecting. Right now, Tony Martin is fumbling around out there. We might be able to see something happen later on here, Stella, but I'm not seeing anything, any activity at this point. Right now, we're still side by side here. And talk to me a little bit about Andrew St. Coeur hitting the bottom here, Stella.
Well, I was looking at, actually Jennings moving down one. But where did Hunter Simpson go? He is moving back, pretty darn significantly.
Yeah, right now, they're kind of following behind Eric Warman there. We were saying how he's doing. Warman is the guy you see blinking on the outside of your screen. So right now, that orange 31 Mountain Dew machine is not being connected. Definitely something else to get jacked up. As we were talking about getting jacked up on Mountain Dew. There he is.
Whoop.
Right now, he might need to feed it to his router here because he is having a heck of a time staying on the track. Right now, it's kind of scaring everybody here, and they may shuffle him back if this can't get squared away. Notice he's gone for an entire turn here.
He is, yes. I mean, gone.
Yeah, right now, it's showing he should be sitting next to there he is.
Oh.
Holy cow, we lost him for half the track.
Oh, and he's gone again.
Yeah, right now this has got to be petrifying. If you're Hunter Simpson, this may be why he's falling back. Simpson is down to 14th, now down to 15th. So something's going on. Hunter Simpson laying way off here, but, Stella, I really don't sweat it that much.
We're only 20 laps in.
Yeah, these 20 laps in, and what these guys will do is start conserving. As we see Duke Davis in the Bazooka Joe machine out here, he is sliding around something fierce. Right now, he can't keep traction out there. As you see him exiting, too. It looks like he may have hung in it a little too long, and it bumped him around there. Oh, man, look out.
Yeah, I only chew Bazooka for the articles.
Ah, there you go. Well, fortunately for you, there is articles on the side of his car. See it?
Does he really have the cartoon on there?
Yes, he does.
All right. I like it when they get creative.
Oh, yeah. Definitely looking good. Right now, Duke Davis beginning kind of creative out there. As you can see how loose he is. I know loose is fast, and got to be careful because he'll be crazy out of control on the turns. But, man, he is having a heck of a time. He's actually wrangling this car. What you want to do is set the car up loose, and then the car will tighten up over the run, and you'll start picking up a little more speed. But right now, if he is fishtailing coming out of these turns this early into the race, he may have to make an adjustment coming down pit because that is still pretty loose here, as he's at least a third of the way through his run.
Yeah, what is happening here with Warman? May I ask? Whoop.
Warman? Let's see if we can find him. There he is. I see him behind, there he is, right here behind Andrew St. Coeur.
Oh, it's hard to keep track of him.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely giving him some space. He's not getting in anybody's way here. He's at least separated. It's the side-by-side racing to get nervous about.
Yeah. I've seen some that, they fly up in the air. They come in from outer space.
Oh, yeah.
I would not want to be anywhere near it.
I have dealt with my fair share of that. Let's take a look at Justin McMahon. He's gained only one position here tonight, sitting now in 6th. Right now he's following along as we saw how he was doing last time. He's really been blasting here on the track. 13 machine almost looks like he gets on the wall. Chris Leftwich, that is. He's moving his way on up. Leftwich, he's a little out of shape here. Now he's falling on back. It looks like Jennings and, no, almost. Jennings almost had him there as the 13 machine gets the turn and exit speed and rolls on through. But look how Chris Leftwich is able to make up that kind of gap here as we see him flying on through. And Mike Samia still leading this race by half a second. Not too bad here by the Shoney's Racing Team. Whatever it is, he is gaining and actually putting the distance on the field. When you take a look from the gearbox, looking back at Kevin Thompson.
Nice. That's a sizable lead on mile and a half.
Yeah. I admit, this is actually working out really, really well for him here tonight as this continues on through. Let's get back and look at Gary Armijo, where he might be dealing with a little bit of trouble there on the outside as he tries to get around Hunter Simpson here. And Hunter Simpson still trying to battle on through. Notice the 85 of Duke Davis still loose. Oh, no!
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Held on to it.
Davis holding on to it right now. I guarantee you, if he's got a teammate out there, they're trying to steer him in the right direction. Because he is all over the track trying to hold on to it.
Direction is forward. Oh,
nope. That did it.
Hurt. That was a hard hit. Woo. I mean, I felt that one in my spine. Oh. You know, though, that front right wheel is still rolling.
I was going to say, give us a second. Let's see if we can chase out there.
He may get away with body damage.
Yeah, well, they got to put that fender back on. That folded him up.
True. Where's the other fella?
Now, we'll see here in just a second.
Okay.
What happened here? I saw he was getting loose. That might have been Bill. Yep, boink. And seeing the 4 turn back into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be done for him. Yep.
Yep.
Broke
He's
his
got a
toe
broken
link.
toe link. Yep. Now, I'm curious, can we do a chopper view? I'd like to see, who came down, who went up there. Because that was odd looking. I mean, I know 85 was loose, but it looked like he was maintaining.
Yeah, no. 4 came way down.
Yeah.
Came down
okay.
almost an entire lane here.
That is what I thought. All right. Yep. That'll ruin your night quick, fast, and in a hurry.
All righty. Let's take a look as everybody's coming down pit. Definitely throwing a set of tires on and getting back out there. Got to admit, this is a great time. I think it'd be pretty insane not to take this opportunity.
Yeah, without a scheduled stage break, they've got to take it when they can get it.
Yeah, we're taking a look here, trying to see if we can find another.
Gibberson's
drivers.
Toy Story?
Yep.
No, that was not. That's Lion King I saw there. That was the meerkat.
Oh, Timon?
Yes.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa. Come on.
Yes.
Hey, you're showing your age. Oh
I
my
will
gosh.
not. Never.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent paint job out there. Let's see if we can get a little closer.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me see the hood. Oh, it's got a full cast on the top.
Yep.
Excellent. Who had Toy Story?
That is the same gentleman.
Oh, I love it. Definite theme going here. And I love it. Hakuna Matata. Yes. No worries.
All right, so we'll keep floating around. I'm sure Bill Gentry, he's going to be stuck in pit road for a good while here. Definitely folded his race car up. Looking to see how Duke Davis fared here.
He's still down in pit.
Yeah, right now I'm showing Duke Davis might actually be in the garage.
Oh.
And Kevin Brown might be in the garage in the number 33 Chevrolet. So we got guys dropping off like flies here. Looks like actually Tony Martin was able to reconnect here. The number 2 returns.
There we go.
Yeah, he's been out there for a little bit. Down 5 laps, though. I don't know if he had a packet loss. We saw earlier how Barney had the flag up in the air. So that should be last time by. Lights will go off. We'll double stack these guys again. Chris Leftwich actually the fastest off pit road here. So he'll be able to get a good, decent lane choice here coming to the line. Whether he decides to take inside or outside.
Samia comes back out 11th.
Yeah, very, very far back. Right now, Mike Samia, he was in pit road for 18 seconds.
Wow.
So about 3 seconds slower than anybody else in front of him.
I haven't seen him, make any contact that he would need repairs. Do you think it might have been a change to the car that was running great?
Or wheel spin. He may have slid through his box.
Oh.
He may have slid through the box, or he may have had a spin out when he was trying to get out of there instead of planting and being able to go.
Okay. Well, that hurts.
Yep. It happens, but with the amount of speed he was putting out there, I'm sure we'll see him back here in the top 5 in the blink of an eye. Speaking of blinking, right now Eric Warman is he's in there somewhere. There he is.
Oh, that's a killer.
No, we won't poke around in it too much. I'm not picking on the guy's connection here. It's just right now, if you're considering where Jonathan Jennings is sitting, if you're considering where Christopher Simon's sitting right behind him, this could be ugly. Let's see if we can actually take a ride sitting behind in this passenger seat with Christopher Simon here. Let's see how a restart's going to go here with the Doghouse Racing League.
Okay. Oh, wow. Nope, I'd have a heart attack.
Smart.
Wow. Now, as a driver as Warman, you don't see anything different, correct?
Nope.
My goodness. Well, let's take a look at some of our other usual suspects, though. I mean, we're looking at Jonathan Jennings in 6th and Tyler Millette in 7th. Simon, Simpson, and Samia round out the top 10. So I foresee some movement here pretty soon.
Yeah. Speaking of movement, I don't know if you noticed, Hunter Simpson was all the way up close to the wall. Just switched from the top lane all the way down to the bottom. Now he's below the paint to get around Christopher Simon here. Right now, everybody's kind of skipping around. Boy, that's ugly right there. Sorry, it's shuffling around just like it looks on the tower here. Warman trying to hold on. All right, Jonathan Jennings looks like he gets around safely. Tyler Millette trying his hand at it down on the bottom. Keeping on through.
Okay. He's high. Everybody run.
Yeah, I think everybody's trying to slice on around. Warman might actually be falling back here. Warman is high side. No one can find him here. Let's keep on going. Let's see if anything happened back here. Rich Leclerc. Leclerc trying to race around fellow Canadian Martin Moulton's right in front of him. Number 2 machine of Tony Martin. Martin is down a few laps here, down 5, as clean as the Doghouse Racing League races. I don't know if
he'll
he'll
get those back.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to return back to that mark. Hopefully we will be able to see him out there.
Yeah,
Chris
Davis
Leftwich.
and Gentry are still sitting in pits trying to get it back together.
Yeah. Yep, Gentry still sitting down there 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Takes about 8 to put her toe link on. Christopher Simon running the fastest lap of his night with a 29.80. Working out pretty well here as he's now on the outside. Hunter Simpson is selling fast lap times out here. You know, we've seen a lot of guys being able to do it. And I don't swear every year here in Vegas, these guys, even in that Gen 4s, they just get super fast. They gotta get faster and faster each year.
Yeah, well, when they did this this whole change-up in 2008, 2011, and they reconfigured the banking from 12 to 20, I mean, it took this this track into a whole different echelon. I mean, it's considered one of the 5 fastest tracks. Yep. I mean, when you're out there and you're talking about against Talladega and Daytona, you know, to be in that as a mile and a half, you're in high cotton.
Sabia picking up a couple positions here so far. He's now moved up to 8th, but he's battling alongside teammate Christopher Simon here. Both of those guys trying to move their way back on up to the front, but it's not looking very easy. As Leftwich might be under fire, let's get up to the front where I think we might have a battle here for the lead. Chris Leftwich looks like he fends off St. Cour. St. Cour almost had him. Had about a fender on him and then backed it on off as Andrew St. Cour hangs toward the bottom of the track. Rotating on through. Notice how these guys are not taking about mid-track to hold off and make sure these tires are going to last. So everybody came down on 28. Tires starting to tack up here. Andrew St. Cour fires into 1 and 2 here. Man, he definitely got some speed heading into that turn. Right now, he is actually one of the faster guys through turn 1 with 14.90. McMahon following that same line ran a 14.84.
It's not helping, however, because Leftwich still has over a quarter second in front of these guys. Yeah. He's holding a good line himself.
Yeah, Leftwich actually picked up the pace there between 1 and 2 when he was under fire. Now he's back getting miracle there on the inside again. Right now we're taking a look here. Right now Leftwich is running a 29, actually 29.89. Andrew St. Cour ran a 29.93. And the last run as McMahon passes St. Cour here. Right now, it's kind of switching up. Most of these guys are faster heading into 1 than Chris Leftwich. But Leftwich is capitalizing between almost a tenth to 2 tenths between 3 and 4.
Yeah. Jules moved up to 11. That's a nice improvement. Now, I don't know if he did that on pit or on track, but from where he started.
Yeah. Still rolling on through here. Looks like Tony Martin gets back out onto the track. He's still rolling around. He now moves to the 21st position. The driver's still down pit road here. Trying to figure it out if they're broken down or not. Davis and Rivers showing out. That's going to do it for them. Gentry looks like he might still be repairing. So 1, 2, and 3 will be Chris Leftwich, Justin McMahon, and still looking pretty solid here. Trying to get back a little higher into the top 5 with his extremely fast roll. His roll now as he tries to stay out in front of Tyler Millette. Millette hasn't been really switching up too much. A little up, a little down, but still remaining in that qualifying position. Gary Bloom, you were talking earlier. He's actually our hard charger. He's actually rolling around out there. He has moved up 11 positions here on the night.
Yeah, I was surprised to see where he qualified. Thought maybe he had a little trouble there, but he's making up for it.
Mike Leftwich and Gary Armijo working their way out of pit road. I don't know what happened here. I'm seeing about a 30-second stop time.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me somebody was speeding.
Yeah, it's possible, but you wouldn't think it'd be punishing him this late.
Oh.
Normally, right after green flag flies, they've got about 3 laps to come down, and then after that, then it's sit and wait time.
Well, they're going to be playing catch up for quite a while.
Yeah. They're going to be way behind. That definitely knocks down Tony Martin from not recovering and coming back to the lead lap. Seeing the Leftwich is down 2.
Did Armijo go back in?
Yes, Armijo back down pit road again here.
In the world.
Yeah, I don't know if he's dealing with some issues here.
Yeah, that's unusual. Oh.
Oh, he hadn't changed what he needed to do in pit. So he stopped before. That's why I was looking. But notice the damage here.
Oh, wow. He did get into a scuffle. Or at least a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it definitely folded his car up pretty bad here. Left side seems still alive, but the right side got loose and popped him into the wall here. So he may be fighting a crooked steering wheel. See if we can find out Mike Leftwich out here and see if he's got some of the same stuff going on. If anything, the two of them may have gotten in it, but see the left side?
He's got a left side issue.
Yep.
Okay. He may have tried to shake hands on the field. That doesn't work every time.
Yeah, well, it wasn't enough to bring a caution out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not seeing anything. Let me see if I can, we'll keep an eye. But we'll keep an eye on some of our drivers out there. Right now, I do believe there's a battle up here where Justin McMahon and Andrew St. Cour are taking another look again. Trying to see if they can get a little something going on. Almost 3.5 seconds separate our leaders all the way back to our 10th spot guys. So definitely you were noticing whose setup is working and whose setup is just a little too tight. They're trying to figure out how to get these things fixed. Right now, it's going to be hard to say whether which way is right and which way is wrong out here, because one way is working and one way isn't. You just tell, Stella, how fast it's moving right now. Chris Leftwich has moved up 4 positions into the first spot. McMahon's moved up 5, sitting second, and Andrew St. Cour's only gained 1 position here. And it's kind of toying around with it here just a little bit of where he's going to end up and really what's the best showing here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the only way they're going to be able to catch Leftwich, if they can't get a consistent gain on the turns, is for McMahon and St. Cour to maybe pinch up and gather in Thompson, maybe get a little bit of draft going and pass him that way.
Yeah, might be an opportunity. Hopefully, we'll see if that works out for these two guys.
I wonder if Thompson has chosen the 6 tonight, because that's who won the inaugural Cup race here at Vegas. Maybe he's going for a little lucky number 6.
Oh, that might be. It might just be. That's a good idea. Yeah, I was looking to see if there was anything out here where Gary Armijo and Mike Leftwich may have gotten into it. I'm not really seeing anything out here. Take a quick peek. I do want to keep an eye here. Ooh, yeah, there we go. There's McMahon into St. Cour. St. Cour giving him a little nudge here. Continuing on through. Come on. Right now, watch McMahon to be able to get the speed as he exits this turn.
But no. He says, I'm going to block you. Oh, and Thompson comes down and takes advantage.
Yeah, Thompson's going to rotate up the track, has to check out.
Or not.
Yep. Now Jennings is going to slide on around. Jennings, Thompson now down to 5th. Mike Samia taking a peek. Remember I said he'd be back up to the top 5 here pretty soon. Goes down and touches the paint. Oh, man. He's not going to be able to clear Jennings on this one. I think he would be going up there and getting about half a car length here from Jennings and see if you can drive him deeper into the turn. To hold him up, because right now, if he hinders 3 and 4 like he did last time, where you see him rotating up the track, he is not going to be able to pull this on through.
Wow. And Jennings has no fear of the wall. He gets so close.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely giving everybody else plenty of room here. Boy, this Stella, we're still looking at the battle for that 4th position. Right now, it looks like it's held by Jennings, but Thompson trying to take another shot at it down here on the bottom. Ooh, he's starting to roll up a little bit.
Well, maybe he listened to you. So
Yeah.
push him up there.
Yeah, maybe. As we take a look, as they're shooting past pit road now, this is looking pretty close. Trying to see where they make it by. Right now, it looks like from that angle, Thompson's got him here and might have finally cleared him.
Might have got him, but I don't know if I'd call it clear.
Yeah, not yet. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher where we see Kevin Thompson trying to take another shot and Jennings not giving up. As this is all happening, Justin McMahon trying to get it past St. Coeur again. St. Coeur's led it back up. So a lot of shuffling here in the top 5 so far.
Plus, they are just a smidgen away from left witch now.
Yeah, well, they're all over left witch now as Kevin Thompson clears him. Looks like they're going to come up on some lap traffic. Let's see if we can ride along here, along with Andrew St. Coeur. All right, they got plenty of room between here and the lap traffic they're catching up to. No can do here for Chris Leftwich.
Yeah, that can make a difference. We've seen that, somebody get pinched behind a lap traffic that doesn't go up or doesn't go down, is trying to save themselves to stay on the lead lap. And all of a sudden it shakes everything up. Some guy in 4th comes zipping by.
All right, Chris Leftwich, super fast out there, is now starting to lose some positions. I would think he kind of drove the tires off this thing, and I think everybody else was conserving. Chris Leftwich up in front of Jennings. Whoa.
Hi.
Jennings. Yeah, Jennings almost takes him out there, Stella.
Wow, that was tight.
All right, guys, side by side, we are seeing the battle for 2nd. And we are seeing the battle for 4th again. Right now, Kevin Thompson seeing if he can clear him. Looks like I believe that is Mike Leftwich down on the bottom of the track. Going ahead and moving out of the way. St. Coeur fires on around him. And, yep, I think that was Rich Leclerc down on the bottom. So it looks like, I believe that is, yeah, Richard Leclerc working his way on through. Right now, down pit road is Michael Giberson. He may have ended up in some trouble as well. 15 seconds, throws on a set of tires. He's heading back out.
Okay.
Oh, McMahon off the wall. Oh, boy. Yeah, right now, Thompson and McMahon going at it here. Let's see if we can find.
Jennings sees that. He's got to kind of pucker a little bit, hoping that he comes back off that wall as smoothly as he can.
Look right now, McMahon trying to see if he can take a peek underneath. Thompson says no. Whoa, man. Yeah, he's close to that wall. I'm wondering if he's trying to hint to everybody he might be end down pit here.
A whole lot easier to do just saying it on the radio.
Yeah. Now you let Jennings go by as he got loose there on the backstretch. Everybody single file now as a couple drivers are working their way out of pit. Nobody kicking in as of yet. Christopher Simon right now sitting 8th. Tyler Mollett is sitting 10th. We got everybody kind of clutched together here, but we're definitely spreading apart since the caution.
All right. Samia's up to 6, Simpson up to 7, Simon up to 8, Warman back in the mix in the top 10, and Tyler Mollett brings in the final of the top 10.
Yeah.
94.
We're taking a look here. I think Warman's blinking out again. Gary Clune's starting to gain a little more speed. Yeah, Clune almost catches Tyler Mollett there. I don't know if Mollett was thinking about pitting. He definitely checked up big time going around that turn. Stella, looks like everybody else is kind of spreading out here a little bit except Samia. Samia's aiming for that top 5 spot here. We are taking a look there in the back of the pack, but it looks like everything's shuffling up here in the front as we're about to see the number 4 slice underneath. Remember the 4, he did come down, and Bill Gentry is returning back to the track. He came down actually on lap 27.
Yeah, he's down a few. but
Yep.
he's still out there racing.
Yep, down 25 as he made contact with the wall out there. He broke the toe link, put it back together, and back out he goes. But that allows Samia to slide on around Daniel Wilkerson. He's down pit. So we see, guys, this is going to start lighting up here pretty soon of who's going to come down pit. Last time they came down was on lap 28, Stella. This is, these guys got to start weighing their options because pit strategy is everything here.
Yeah, if you're looking at a 45-lap fuel window, I'd say that might be max, considering that these guys are looking to come in now. We also have Sean Thompson and BMAC out there rooting on their drivers.
I thought I saw him rooting on a football team there for a little bit.
Oh heavens, no! I won't even see that word Steelers at all. I refuse. But he did make the reference to Mark Martin.
Oh yeah, Mark Martin, one of the greats out there, being able to lay down plenty of times, being able to race a whole bunch. I knew he was one of my favorites when I was growing up. So keep going on through. Stella, everything's kind of slowing down a little bit here. I'm noticing Samia has broken past McMahon and is sitting top 5, but can he get a better pit stop than he had last time?
That would be a really good thing because that killed him, and that's when he started in the front. Yeah. I wouldn't want to go in with that same pit crew starting in 5th.
No. Well, unless he wanted to have another Denny Hamlin stop, he could try to have that again, but Samia's sitting 5th, trying to keep on going here.
You don't want to wish that on anybody.
No. But Christopher Simon hangs out in 8th. Hunter Simpson's moved up to 7th. Eric Warman staying connected here, 9th. Clune is up to 5th. Right now, McMahon finally gets in as he comes down pit road now. The number 24 machine is in. Tyler Mollett and John Smith have come down pit road as well. They're working their way out. Stephen Bonomo, he's coming on down. We haven't said much about Bonomo here tonight.
Just gonna say. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be quite set up for this track this evening. Maybe he had a long week.
Yeah, well, Bonomo, he started back in 20th position. Right now hanging out in 12th. As he's down pit. Chris Leftwich, Simon, Atwood. They're now working their way down pit as right now St. Cour, Thompson, and Jennings remain out there on the track. So extended amount of time. They just came down on lap 28.
Ooh.
Boy, not even considering it. But Jennings is.
That makes 43 laps. I mean, that's... And Simpson going with him.
Yep. Hunter Simpson, Gary Clune. He's out of cycle now. Leftwich, Simon, and Atwood working their way off pit now. So St. Cour is going to lead a few more laps here as he stays out front. We'll try to see how this continues on through. Christopher Simon is showing him down a lap now, but everybody has to pit.
Here he comes.
Yep. Andrew St. Cour, Kevin Thompson. We'll see if Mike Samia. Yep. And Eric Warman. So that should be everybody out there on the track coming down pit road now. These are the final guys to do it.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried about Thompson clipping that cone, but he straightened it up really good.
Yep. All right. See some of the pit strategies out here and see how it goes. Definitely don't want to fumble here. Also, we'll see Mike Samia slide up here right behind Kevin Thompson as he's in the second pit box.
All right, let's see. Right. Oh. Shoot.
Wow.
That was better, wasn't it?
Yeah, except St. Cour. Holy cow, St. Cour, 26 seconds in the box.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I'm not good for him. You saw him leading a few laps here. Now he's dropping way down, 26.78.
Ouch. Yeah, he's like in 15th now. That is a huge thing to make up. And we are over halfway.
Oh, yeah. Well, seeing how many laps they made it, there's a possibility of them still having to make one more stop.
We have Catalina's out here tonight, rooting on Simon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to Simon here in just a second as he's outside the top 5 here. I'm taking a look at Michael Giverson right now sitting 3rd as McMahon fires around him. Now, keep in mind, Michael Giverson, he came down on lap 59. Definitely with an early pit stop. I think he's trying to shuffle it up a little bit to make sure he tightens up instead of getting way too loose. That's going to definitely cause some problems for the guys who are now on new tires. Almost 10 to 12 laps fresher tires. And you're about to see Kevin Thompson try to run him through 3 and 4 here.
But if he fixed a little bit of that damage, too, that'd be good.
That's a possibility. Right now, there it goes. Giverson down to 5th now. So the outside, and now you see Kevin Thompson and Chris Leftwich push on around. Christopher Simon, he'll be in the chase next. Right now, Simon's got a long way to go to get caught back up. He's got to make up about 2 seconds just to catch Giverson, but that's still possible. Simon's Toyota's been on a roll here tonight. He's staying consistent. I haven't really seen him drop out of the top 10 here, Stella, for an extended amount of time. He's really been pushing and moving his way up to the front. But can he come away with the top 5 here? I'm sure he would like to have a top 5 run going into this one.
Yeah, I believe it, but I'm looking at Samia went in again in 5th and comes out in 10th. Somebody's got to fire their pit crew, but yeah, Jennings now. I'm a little worried because he is in the front, and once he gets that fresh, clean air, he can go for days.
I would like to think so, but Justin McMahon just passed him, and oddly enough, Jonathan Jennings allowed it to happen. He dropped off the bottom below the line and let him sling on by.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Jennings is playing a fuel conservation.
Fuel or tires? I wonder which.
I'm not sure. Right now, Jennings is caught now in the middle here. Looks like Chris Leftwich wants to go high. Kevin Thompson wants to go low. Yeah, here we go. And the one, oh my gosh, look at this.
3 wide at Vegas.
Yeah, right now it looks like Chris Leftwich checks out, decides not to run him. Backs it off just a little bit here as they keep shooting on around these turns. Oh, man, still separating here.
Ooh.
Angles here as it looks like Jonathan Jennings is still trying to hold him off. Gets down in front. We've seen a little bit of this from different leagues. You kind of toy around with one's draft and then don't.
Oh, it's a business decision.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember all the way back with NSRA. I used to call it, and Christopher Darling was actually leading out there in front of Michigan. And remember, he would pull the guy on the top and then drop down low and pull the guy on the bottom. And then go back up top, and what he was able to do is seesaw with the 2 drivers behind him, and no one was able to pass him. Because they needed the draft to pull him in. So
that was like a clinic on how to block in the front. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, the worst place to be is in the front, because then you've got the target and everybody can come at you from every direction. No strategy except stay in front. But he did put on quite a show to keep everybody behind him. He knew just when to block.
Yep. Chris Leftwich now regaining the lead here tonight as he now gets out in front of Justin McMahon and starts moving on through, picking up the speed. Now McMahon's going to see if he can get a little more fresh air to the nose of his 24 Chevrolet down here onto the bottom. Not having any luck there as Jonathan Jennings sits right behind him, trying to see if all 3 of these Camaros can do a little something going on out here, but no can do. They shoot through 1 and 2 here. Right now, Chris Leftwich staying his normal line right on that first seam, trying to see if he can keep that thing connected and nice and smooth through the turns. He comes up on Mike Leftwich down on the bottom, number 60. Waves as he goes by to his fellow teammate here. Clune trying to losing another spot back there. Down to 12th as Warman passes him. Right now, 1 through 5, Leftwich, McMahon, Jennings, Thompson, and Simon.
Goes high. Doesn't get interfere with anything. This is good.
Yep, Simon still off by 2 seconds from this front pack. These top 4 guys are showing you how to get it done. Definitely.
And them riding,
go ahead.
Riding so close like this, it's kind of like watching the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
You know, they move around and all within just a couple feet of each other.
As we are seeing a battle for the lead here. Notice how McMahon goes up there and almost doors him here. Very good shot. Let's see if we can take a look. Right there, McMahon on the inside.
Yep. I can actually see. Oh! Talk about dooring.
Huh.
Well, how about them apples?
Yeah, well, you know what
think
most
that
people are
was
going to
a-
say. Was that supposed to happen?
I don't know. I was just thinking, that was a either lead, follower. Get out of my way.
Yeah, we'll see if we can see what happened there and what contact was made.
Oh,
Turn
was he
coming
com-
into 1 here.
Maybe he was coming up to get around the. Yep. To get around the traffic.
I wonder if he thought he was going to push him down into the lap car and slow him down, and he was not going to be denied. Caution.
Well, it's not these 4 suspects.
No, but we were hoping Christopher Simon would be able to catch up, but Christopher Simon actually part of it.
Oh. Oh no. He and Leclerc?
Yes.
Ah. How bad did he wreck up his pretty green Shoney's car?
We'll see here in just a second. I'm not quite sure what caused this. Remember, this was around the lap traffic here. As it looks like he gets caught up. Oh, man.
Oh! Never saw it coming!
Yeah. Give it to the 17 for stopping even after that. You know, not going and continuing to plow on through. Just stop.
Yeah. Well, both of them kept, from killing everybody.
Oh, yeah. Well, fortunately, that allows for a pit stop. Guys coming on down. Be at least a decent time. About 30 laps left to go in this one here, Stella. And we'll cut to commercial. We'll be right back.
Should be it.
The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of our West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared, legendary breakfast bar. And don't forget to take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's. Delicious food and friendly service since 1947. And Rogue Energy is designed to be the ultimate energy drink. 0 sugar, 0 fillers, 5 calories, packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. To make a switch to a better tasting, better mixing, more effective energy drink with full flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, just to name a few. There's something for everyone. Click the link in the description and use the word Doghouse to get 10% off. appreciate you guys hanging out there for our commercial and our sponsor shout-outs out there, especially Shoney's and Rogue Energy for suiting up and taking this league on under their wing and providing the support that they can to bring you this great show. New leader out there on the track is Nicholas Atwood, and Andrew St. Cour able to kind of bounce back here into at least the front row restart position. I wouldn't say it's a good thing, seeing that Nicholas Atwood had a 6-second pit stall time and Andrew St. Cour had a 7.7. The remainder of everybody else put, I believe, from what I'm seeing on the times, took their last set of tires and back out onto the track with enough fuel to make it here to the end. Very, very sketchy call here, so late into the race, but Atwood gaining 20 positions. Right now, this is the highest spot he needs to be in. This is where he needs to be. But how does Andrew St. Cour hold up? Can Nicholas Atwood, I'm sure he has enough fuel to make it to the end, but do his tires have enough fuel or enough life on them to make it to the end for the fuel that he has? Chris Leftwich sitting behind him. Jonathan Jennings still within striking distance. Kevin Thompson, Tyler Mollett, and Justin McMahon. You've seen these guys all night here in the top clutch of 5 here. Right now, making that strategy call and getting up to the front, you may be a slower car on older tires, and that could be really, really huge here, whether that deems to be a good or a bad call here.
But watching Andrew St. Cour, I'm thinking he doesn't consider them to be old tires. He is heating them up royally.
Yeah, well, taking a look back at pit stall times, I am seeing that Nicholas Atwood came down on lap 71.
Okay.
So he came in on pits on 70, got past the line and exited on 71. So that is the last time he came down for tires. So Atwood may be on some decent tires out there, hopefully. But hopefully that wasn't a fuel and go as well or only right sides. But he's going to be taking us to the restart as we are back under green here at Las Vegas to continue on the Shoney's 180 here tonight. Nicholas Atwood trying to see if he can hold on here as Chris Leftwich is not looking to let up a little bit. Leftwich riding a little bit of that speed as he rotates up the track. Atwood, little block here. Now it's 3 wide. Yeah, like I said, he was not going to let up. Here we go. Now Chris Leftwich in the middle. Definitely right now trying to hold on to St. Cour. Leftwich having to check up. Jennings definitely pauses for that moment. And right now, 1, 2, and 3 are the Twisted Axle Racing team here at Las Vegas. Right now, Chris Leftwich trying to throw his hat back into the ring, and Jennings just trying to stay safe as the angry number 13 wants to fly up to the front and get back in the spot that he knows he deserves, which is the front number 1 spot. But the run out of 2, here he comes, shooting on through. Stella, remember we talked a little bit earlier that Chris Leftwich was faster through 3 and 4 than anybody else out here on the track. Will that pay off later here in the race?
Oh, I do not know because I don't know. The leader usually is the one who can do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm watching St. Cour pulling away.
All right, there's Atwood's mistake right there. Down on the bottom, touches the paint a little bit. That allows Leftwich to slide on around. Kevin Thompson, here he comes. Right now, Kevin Thompson rotating on through. He started with 4 tires and fuel, coming down pit on lap 88, so he'll have the upper hand here, and now he takes the number 1 spot. Moving on through, Chris Leftwich not looking to make contact with another driver out there. Oh boy, as he's getting real close.
Not having any problem making contact with other drivers.
Yeah, well, he's thinking about it. Right now, I got it, if you consider what you're seeing here is right now he's trying to let him know I'm not going to rotate up the track as high as you want. Let's ride along with Justin McMahon and watch the battle here in the front for that second position. As that comes to a quick end, already sliding on through, he'll be sitting next to Andrew St. Cour now. St. Cour starting to get in a little bit of a bind here as he rolls on back. Kevin Thompson takes off, and he's got a 2/10 lead over top of Chris Leftwich, who's been really one of the faster cars out here all night.
Yeah, look at him go. Oh, Andrew St. Cour into the wall.
Yeah.
Scrubs it good.
Well, we'll keep an eye on St. Cour as he rotates back, causing a 3-wide situation here. Atwood down on the bottom, and I believe that is Mike Samia in the number 3 Chevrolet. Yes. Right now, with 4 leading, 7 more hungry Chevrolets sitting behind him as St. Cour is trying to hang out here in 9th and try to play it safe. Right now, St. Cour is falling way off pace here. If another caution comes out, I expect to see Andrew St. Cour come down and throw some tires on. Get back out there and try it one more time and see if he can give it another go. Look what's happening on with Gary Clune. Clune is trying to get around Michael Giverson here, and Giverson's not allowing any of it.
Wow, yeah, I'm impressed that he held on to that, because I think he tried to pull that headlight decal off.
Yeah, that looked pretty questionable. I didn't know if something had happened earlier in the race. Right now, Giverson looks like he's going to allow Clune to go on by here. Clune has been battling alongside him for a little bit. St. Cour into the side of his own teammate. Here it comes. St. Cour almost scrubbing the wall a little bit here, and St. Cour rolling on back. Now it looks like he'll be on the outside here of Daniel Wilkerson. Wilkerson continuing to gain, and he's enjoying that, so qualifying 16th up to 13th and rolling on through. So now we have lost sight of Andrew St. Cour back in the back 15, and that is going to do it for him, and his night might be over unless he can come back. Let's see how John Smith, who was a starting park last week, hanging out in 9th, looking like he's aiming for a top 10 finish here, but he is trying to work around Nicholas Atwood to get a little bit farther here, as Kevin Thompson might be under fire. We'll rotate up front as right now Chris Leftwich might be taking a peek.
Yeah, looks like he's a quarter second off behind him.
Yeah, Leftwich falling off between 1 and 2 here, and that is going to allow a little shuffling up around here. Look how Clune is kind of sliding around the backside here of John Smith. Coming down pit road is Andrew St. Cour right now.
I wonder what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's probably fixing the damage that he incurred on the side of the wall. So, not good. Andrew St. Cour sitting down pit, 10 seconds now. Continuing on through already, still battled back here. Remember Atwood, he was up front. And now he's falling down to 12th as the number 9 of Stephen Bonomo shoots on around him here. Bonomo still on a roll, gaining 9 on the night. The only person to gain more is Gary Clune, who's really nailed 13 positions here and moving toward the front. So not too bad. Twisted Axle Racing does have some positives here. We're looking to see if the Shoney's Racing team is going to be able to overcome Kevin Thompson here in the front. Elite Southern Motorsports sits right behind him, waiting to strike, but the 13 of Chris Leftwich is so much faster through 3 and 4. Let's see if he can pull on through as he pulls it to almost just a little over 1/10 of a second off his rear bumper. McMahon might try to slide underneath. Oh, McMahon in the number 24 Chevrolet, trying to see if he can get it going here. Right now, this looks like the rabbit in a greyhound race. This doesn't look good as all the Chevrolets are chasing down Kevin Thompson, and Thompson just trying to stay out front for 18 more laps.
Yeah, and Leftwich is not being able to ride the line he wants with those fellas keeping him from going low.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of net code right there. You saw Tyler Mollett sitting right behind Chris Leftwich there. It looked like Leftwich started breaking loose a little bit, heading into 3. I don't know if there's something going on out there on the entrance to 3 at the very bottom, but notice how Elite Southern Motorsports has led him on to the bottom, and now they're going to slide high side. Jonathan Jennings, I'm sure, will join him, and Mike Samia is bringing up the rear here, sitting in 6th. Yeah, Leftwich goes on to the top. Woo! Tyler Mollett slides now to the bottom. Jennings kind of watching this all happen from his seat. Is everybody's going to the top, now to the bottom. Whatever way Chris Leftwich is going, they refuse to take the same line. So now watch Jennings. Jennings takes back to the top. We'll see if he slides down to the bottom, and he does. Keeps the roll on going here. Samia might be able to close the gap. Right now, McMahon getting closer to Thompson, but not by much.
Leftwich takes it back.
Yeah, Leftwich having to push a little bit harder into the turn to get his spot back, as he may have enough life on those tires to keep that kind of abuse going. Right now, Jennings has slid into the top 5, sitting 4th now, as he gets around Tyler Mollett. Mollett may have ended up in a bad angle here. Now the 94 Rogue Energy machine might be sliding on back. Quick shot of that juice should get him going if another pit stop goes. Right now, we're seeing Mike Samia sitting 6th. Not too good here. Pit stop for Andrew St. Cour going on 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, he tore himself up.
Yeah, down and out, so unable to recover.
Well, and finishing up the top 7, which is this clump here, is Hunter Simpson. But Gary Clune's got about 2 seconds to make up, but he is in the beginning of the second pack.
Yeah, Clune trying to roll on through here. He's working on alongside John Smith. If they can stop battling here and one slide in front of the other and try to draft and push each other, there's a chance for them to gain. But I don't know if that's going to happen, as right now they're just trying. They're shooting it here. They may think it's a long shot to catch up. So nothing
yeah,
as of yet here.
There's 3 of them. If they got little ant process going there, nose to tail, they could probably make it up.
Take a little ride off the side of Chris Leftwich here. Taking a look back. And see if Jonathan Jennings is trying to set him up. Jennings had a little peek on him underneath. No can do. Right now still holding out front is Kevin Thompson. Justin McMahon and Chris Leftwich still trying to run him down. Nothing as of yet. Kevin Thompson's out there. Kevin Powell is watching out there. Hopefully a little shout out. Hopefully we'll see you return. Here it comes. There's the angle. Right now this might be interesting. I think Jennings is shot underneath him now. Jennings slices on around. Now he's into third. So far so good here as with 11 laps to go. We'll take just a second. A really, really quick peek here at our championship running and how our guys are in the points race. Jennings, Hunter Simpson, Daniel Wilkerson sitting 1, 2, and 3. Kevin Thompson is 4th. He's lining himself up for a win here if he can stay out front. And Mike Samia sits 5th. So very, very tough and close on the points here. Jennings starting to pull away a good little bit. So right now, Jennings being able to hold on. Simpson's got to pick up another position to keep really the same pace with his points there, Stella.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and he and Millette seem to have made their own little pack in the back now, and Wilkerson is just barely out of the top 10.
Yeah, and Wilkerson still has an opportunity. Right now, you see him reeling him in. Right now, he's got to pass Giberson here, and he'll have 10th. He'll try to ride behind Clune to do that. So the 78 machine laying back a little bit, saving those tires, and he might be using them now. As he slides out of 4, you see him tail whip it there a little bit. Right now, it does look like Daniel Wilkerson's kind of putting it in an overdrive here and trying to see if he can push his way back up to the front. Although Wilkerson did start back in 16th here in this race. Giberson will be the next one he's looking to pass here. No can do for everybody else as everybody's still single file around this track. This is the biggest pack that we are seeing trouble out of. Still trouble out of Warman back there with the disconnect.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to work on that before next week.
Yeah.
Next week we go to Phoenix.
Oh,
135 laps.
And if there's one place you don't want disconnect is in the dog leg.
There you go.
You guys drop off that track, can't find them. All right, let's stick with Clune. Clune's trying to look around Smith. I think Wilkerson may have to wait for those tires to cool down just a hair before he goes at it again. 8 laps left to go. Thompson's still out front, 7 to go now. Now I'm waiting to see if Jennings starts picking up the pace because I think Jennings is getting ready to start reeling in McMahon here. McMahon able to squeeze by just a little bit. Clune's still battling along here. Clune, come on, man. Right now on the bottom is Jonathan Smith. Right now they're getting a door looking at each other this whole time, and you're wondering how these guys have been battling side by side for 6, 7 laps here, and no one's really capitalizing.
Yeah, Giberson's got to make a choice. If he'll pull up on the bumper, one of these fellas, I think they can, they can get a consequential lead.
Yeah, you would think a quick shove. I think if Wilkerson could slide around him, he's going to make the choice for him here. Right now, Wilkerson in the 78 sitting on the outside. 99, John Smith pulls on through. Clune trying to hold on. Oh, he had it. Oh, spotter wearing his nearsight glasses today. Looks like Clune is unfortunately seeing red now, as he's not going to be happy about that. He now falls out of the top 10 here as Wilkerson's going to try to slide on around him. Wilkerson might be able to break into the top 10 here. These guys are still pushing it on. Let's get up to the front here, where I think McMahon is under fire here by Jonathan Jennings with 5 to go. The more these two battle right here, the more Thompson's pulling away. 2 tenths lost just on these couple of turns in the backstretch. So right now, Thompson pretty happy about this as he's getting the pull away. 15 drivers still on the lead lap here. Nicholas Atwood being the last one. They shoot on through. Jennings has made up the position, but now they are not 2 tenths, not 3 tenths behind, have now dropped 8 tenths off pace.
Yeah.
So right now, Thompson pretty happy about that, but this is normally where we start seeing Jennings starting to open it up. So he's saved a little bit for the last, and he's going to start trying to reel him in. Now down to under 7 tenths of a second. Boy, 3 to go here, Stella. This is looking pretty good. The shot here at Vegas doing a fantastic run, as a lot of drivers have ended up in a little bit of trouble tonight, and a lot of guys running their best races here of the night.
Yes. Yeah. I was wondering whether, he was having second thoughts about letting the man go past him before. Because like you say, he's 7 tenths down now. Trying to catch Thompson, just fighting McMahon back past him again.
Taking a ride along here with Jonathan Jennings, seeing if he can follow along. He almost taking a little bit lower the line than Kevin Thompson here. Kevin Thompson may have the upper hand, shaves off a little more time, but just
2 to
minimal.
go.
Yeah, minimal with 2 to go, and Thompson might be coming away with this one. Let's see if we can rotate back on through where Samia would love to get 4th. But he's past his own Shoney's teammate here. He's looking toward the inside. White flag is out. See if he can slice on through here. We'll keep an eye on it.
That would be a heck of a gain tonight.
Yeah, right now Samia gaining. He originally started in second on the outside of Kevin Thompson. He's trying to come back. Chris Leftwich gaining 1 position. Daniel Wilkerson still looking for a top 10 here. Contact.
Oh.
Holy cow, what a hit.
Oh, he made.
All right,
Okay.
and coming across the line, and you see Jennings, he did make up some time, 3.36.
He did.
Holy
Another
cow.
lap. If he'd done it, if they'd had another lap, he might have had him taking 3 off 0.3 in that last one. Oh, wow.
Wilkerson beat out Clune at the line. That's what I was trying to get back to.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow. But Giberson and Smith never let him by.
I got to see this shot here at the line.
Yes, please.
Wilkerson
Yes.
beats him by a nose.
Oh, man. That was close. That was very close.
Yeah. Now I want to go back and let's take another look at Chris Leftwich here, because something got nasty here. He was racing along with his teammate, and then something went awry. It was not exactly the best, because it was heading into 3 here. And I'm not 100% sure what happened. I don't know if you can break it down for us here, Stella, but we're taking a look from the Goodyear blimp view, looking right over top.
Well, I'm.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm watching number 3 there coming up, looking at the lines on the track, because it's in about his middle right there, and he continues to come up. Now he's a full half car over the line, and we make contact. Boy, he almost held that. Ah.
Yeah, that takes Samia all the way from a top 5 to a 13th finish.
Ow.
Yeah, I want to see if we can take one more peek here at a different angle and see if this was actually a touch.
Oh, or a net code?
Yeah, there's a little bit. Not much. Wow. All right, well, that was definitely a surprising final lap there. As that kind of shot on around. Let's take a look at where all our guys finished. Thompson out in front, winning this race here tonight for the Shoney's 180. Jonathan Jennings comes second. Justin McMahon is third. So excellent run here by all our drivers. We'll go ahead and try to reel them in here in just a moment. Guys, hold on, and we'll top it off and talk to these guys and see what the heck happened out there. going ahead and getting right to it. The number 24 machine here of Justin McMahon. Your Chevrolet looked like a piranha out there, buddy. You were just doing nothing but eating up positions out there. Talk to me about this track and kind of how it transformed throughout the race.
I don't know. I guess it really, really depended on where you were in traffic. I think clean air definitely helped a lot. The car transitioned a lot throughout the run. It would be great for about 15 or 20 laps, and then you'd get really tight, and then it'd get loose. So just trying to manage that and make the adjustments proper, and trying to kind of guess on if we're going to go green or if there's going to be another caution or not. Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up. It was a balancing act for sure. I'm lucky I finished where I did. A couple close calls there, but I don't really think I didn't think I had quite the car to win it, and clearly Thompson definitely had the car to beat. He was fast. I couldn't catch him, but the track changed a lot.
Yeah, well, it was definitely interesting seeing how you and Jonathan Jennings were battling along. Jennings actually came within 0.37 seconds of getting up to Kevin Thompson and being side by side with him. You guys battling late here in the end. Did you guys kind of come to a decision saying we're not going to catch him, or could you guys have worked together for probably 2 or 3 more laps and caught the leader?
Yeah, I got extremely tight in the middle of 3 and 4, and I didn't have anything for Kevin, and I knew Jonathan was faster than I was, so at one point I let him go. And at that point, I think it was too late. He didn't have enough time to catch him. I think Thompson had kind of stretched it out there a little bit too far for us, but I was going to try to help Jonathan, at least give him a little bit of a bump or help get a draft to try to catch him. But I like I said, my car went to crap. I didn't have anything in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 wasn't bad. It was starting to get a little loose in the middle, but it was manageable. I was still able to keep some speed, I think. But 3 and 4 was just terrible. I had to back out of it. I almost hit the wall a couple times there, it felt like, anyways. But I didn't have anything for him, and I said, I was gonna try to help Jonathan, but it didn't work out.
Hey, the Group 6 Chevrolet comes in 3rd place here tonight, man. Great job. Shout out time here, brother.
Yeah, Group 6 for the sponsor on the car. You guys for doing the broadcast, and Daniel and the admins for putting on the league.
Oh yeah, and hopefully we'll see Kevin Powell back here pretty soon. But Justin,
I was just asking about him tonight. Hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah, I know. I knew he got everything fixed, but waiting to see him get in the mix. I know he definitely adds a different aspect out there. Not
for sure.
Causing trouble, no, but I would say another guy who can draft, another guy who's fast, another one you got to pass. Man, he's a tough one. Justin McMahon, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and we'll see what you got for us next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right, moving on to our 2nd place finisher. Oddly enough, 2nd place is going to go to Jonathan Jennings, which is not really normal for the 91 Chevrolet to do it, but here we are. I asked Justin McMahon out there, Jonathan, you guys battling side by side. If you guys had stayed in line back to front, or you had been able to pass him successfully much faster, was there a chance that you may have been able to catch Kevin Thompson here at the end?
Maybe. But it was hard to pass, so that's kind of hard to say. I definitely probably could have got closer, but probably would have still been the same outcome because it's extremely hard to complete a pass in a quick manner.
Yeah. Well, I knew both of you guys were only off by about 1/4 of a second. After the pass was finally completed, you guys were over 3/4 of a second off. Well, losing that half second is the only thing that kept you from the win here tonight. And how did you come up with so much speed here on the final lap?
I was saving my tires. I was kind of thinking it would go green the entire time, but I don't know, I needed that last caution to fall a little sooner. I needed a few more laps under green for it to actually pay off. But it was a good race. The whole night up front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are so used to running green flag races. Some leagues, man, it's caution after caution, every 15 laps. But I kind of like it here, this race. is you guys had cautions at such odd times here, John. Is looking at, this changed every aspect of the race from your long run speed to now possibly running a few short runs.
Yeah, and I didn't really have the short run speed in it. And I went with a more. Let's see, trying to find a word. But
Yeah,
I was,
I was going to ask that too. A lot of times you say you have the car set up for the long run, and then when it does get broken up like this, is there an adjustment you can make, on the fly to make it more of a short run car that lasts 40 laps?
the track was a little tricky tonight. It's way tighter than what we had practiced all week. So,
Huh?
it's other than tire pressures, and I didn't really want to go messing with that. And
It was
also,
working.
yeah, I didn't want to cost myself a top 5. I was just gonna run it and see where it fell.
All righty. Last question before I get your shout outs here. Next week is Phoenix. Do we cut the dog leg or do we not cut it?
I normally cut it, but depending on what the setup allows, so we'll see.
These next gen cars try to bottom out too easy.
Oh.
I've cut it in the past, but things change, so we'll see.
All righty. Well, we'll see if Jonathan Jennings lifts the car up to see if he can get ready for that bounce heading into the next turn. Jonathan, congratulations on your second place finish. Give me a shout outs here, brother.
You guys for the broadcast, Daniel and all the admins for the work they put in to put these things going. My teammates and series sponsors, Shawnee's and Rogue Energy, and Kevin Thompson on the win.
Oh, yeah. And you got the Adam Looney Foundation on your car, right?
Oh, yeah. It's not as big this week, but it's still on there.
Ah, all right.
Nice.
Shout out to them, too.
There you go. Jonathan Jennings, congratulations, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man, look at that. I am being a team player here. Speaking of team player, right now Kevin Thompson's kind of wondering where the rest of his team went on this entire race. Kevin, dude, this race was almost a nail biter right here at the end. You were the winner here of the Shoney's 180. It started on the pole, finished first place. Talk to me a little bit about what happened in between.
I was at first when the sun was still out, the car was super tight, and that last pit stop, I made an adjustment, and the car was just a rocket ship. Almost running wide open the whole last 20 laps. So it was really fast. Set was really good. My teammates were good today. We got a really good setup, and it was really, really fun.
All righty. Well, your Ford was out in front a good part of the night. I know Chris Leftwich was super fast out there, but talk to me a little bit about kind of your other teammates out here, because I know B-Mac was out here watching. Sean Thompson out here rooting you on, saying, congratulations, son. And even St. Cour said congrats, man. What was kind of everybody else's strategy out here aside from yours?
Yeah, with Andrew, he pitted and they wouldn't the pits messed up and wouldn't put tires on his car. And with Nick, he took 2 tires at the end, so it didn't count fight off for him. And then Gary, he just got loose at the end there and was racing for a top 10. But the whole team did a great job today. Hopefully we can just keep the momentum up and go to Phoenix and get another one.
Yeah, you
Fired
guys.
that pit crew.
Yeah, they're not working out. I know we've seen both of them with some slow times. Definitely a lot of trouble out there. We head to Phoenix. Most guys will cut the dog leg, but you guys seem to be the master of the 1.5 miles out here. You got anything for the Elite Southern Motorsports teams that you guys might have in the bag that you can let out?
No, I'm not really good at Phoenix. That's one track that I always get in trouble there. Like if I don't hit the wall or get in a wreck, I always tearing my tires up trying to race for the lead. I got to do some work. We're going to get together as a team and put some laps in this coming up week and see if we can go back to back to back.
Oh, yeah.
All
All
right.
right, man. Shout out time.
Shout out to y'all for calling the race, Daniel for putting us on every week, my teammates at Twisted Axle, and my family that watches every week.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. And Shoney's, baby. They kicked it in for us this week. Appreciate you, Kevin, and hopefully we'll see you somewhere in the podium position next week, man.
Yep.
All right, that is Kevin Thompson. Stella, what a race. Not too bad. Only a
Yes.
couple cautions here, but you got to admit, the cautions that we did see are, I'd probably say, almost warranted of what we saw happen out there on the track.
Yeah, I saw nothing wrong with the calls. This race definitely different than last week. I mean, last week Jonathan Jennings ran 199 of the 200 laps with Tyler Millette, I think, being the only one to break up his thing. Yeah, 2 liters, 2 changes. Tonight we had a lot more than that, a lot of action, and but a good, clean, beautiful race.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to see the number 13, Chris Leftwich, bounce back from that one. I don't know. It didn't look intentional from Mike Samia rotating up the track, just the two of them connected right before turn entry. And it happens. It happens over and over again. And even Andrew St. Cour, he had terrible pit stops tonight. I mean, we saw so many guys kind of tossing it up in there. And iRacing has even discussed about making pit stops like fumbles. Guys, with gun jamming up, a tire coming off, and can you imagine, guys going out there, you're on the best race of your night, and then all of a sudden a wheel comes off? So,
No.
yeah, it
No,
definitely
I
takes
cannot.
sim racing to me to the next level. My bad luck, I'd have problems every pit stop I took. I mean, they'd be putting fuel in the radiator, so I don't know. But hopefully we'll see how that goes. Next week, everybody, we head to the Racing Revolution on Wednesday. That'll be the season finale at Phoenix. So if you guys want to tune in, we may crown a new champion. Or can Robert Rader come back and reprise his role as a 3-time champ with the Racing Revolution League? And on Thursday, we head to Phoenix here with the Doghouse Racing League, and definitely we are going to see a lot of guys pushing around, and hopefully there are going to be a great opportunities out here for so many guys to do their thing. But until next time, be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.